Good morning. Welcome in.
Morning.
Thank you. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
This is my wife, Julia. She is 30 years old, and she is from Krasnodar, Russia.
This is my husband, Brennan. He's 31 years old, and he's from Virginia, Dinwiddie.
Virginia, didn't we?
I again say that. Dinwiddie, Virginia. Got it.
So Julia and Brandon, good to see them back. Haven't seen them in a while, which is great. You know, a new mix is always good.
Something new.
But in short, this is a country boy who married a Russian go-go dancer. Some may say the mix is comparable to oil and water, and at times it's very apparent.
I always like to party, but
You? What are you talking about?
Now, it seems to me their biggest issue is to tackle the idea of to have or to not have a baby.
just trying to make a party between you and I happen.
No, that's not party, Brandon. That's just lonely sadness things.
Which in the macro scheme of things seems to be a very healthy issue in comparison to some of the other couples.
My name is Ariella. Everyone calls me Ari. I am 33 years old and I'm from Princeton, New Jersey. I ended up flying to Ethiopia and I walked out of the hotel and I saw this guy kind of like walk past me. And the rest is history. I think it was only about 3 or 4 months that I got pregnant.
Sounds to me like a great way to speedrun your relationship straight to the ground.
3 or 4 months I got pregnant.
Listen, in 2024, we're not overdrafting no more. If you didn't know, Clio is a cash advance app where you can get up to $250.
Now, to be fair, I really don't know much about Ari and Benny. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm already dosed up on enough NyQuil. I didn't plan on overdosing today. But be that as it may, it seems very apparent from the jump that these two are most likely not to make it compared to all the other couples. Simply put, they seem to have more problems than Jay-Z himself.
I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
But a minor is. Allegedly. But now that we've met all the couples, the show has now begun, and it's their turn to meet and greet each other.
I know it's her. I know it's you.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Julia's cool. She's very talkative and she's funny and
Her voice is like, you know, somebody talks, somebody annoying.
her energy. She's very spunky.
Annoying.
Coming from a man who sounds like a toucan, if a toucan can talk.
I don't know. In general, I know. Like therapists, I don't know what they're going to be.
But we do find out early on that Florian may not be the only person here who may or may not find Julia unbearable. Bring in Natalie. But Natalie apparently has some issues with Julia. Besides the fact that Julia's from Russia and Natalie's from Ukraine, which speaks for itself. Apparently, these two got some history. Maybe not like Rob and Sophie history, but enough.
You use Mike to get to America.
You use Mike for a green card.
Yep.
Okay. You like Two-Face.
So Natalie comes in and she's saying hi to everybody, but Julia, you know, makes it super obvious and it's awkward as hell. And there's like this weird dead silence and tension in the air until Florian breaks the ice by mumbling something.
I don't know. In general, I know. Like,
Which I didn't get at first until, you know, I rewatched it a couple times, read the subtitles, and I was like, oh, pretty funny, Flo. Pretty funny.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice to meet you.
oh yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Josh. Stacy.
Natalie, I miss you so bad.
Florian trying to do some already.
So this essentially forces Julia to squash the beef with Natalie per se. So she pulls her aside and right off the bat, Natalie was just, you glowing. You a big guy. You ever thought about auditioning for another show? My 600-pound life?
Do you want something to eat?
Нет,
Как у тебя дела?
все хорошо, как ты?
Честно, давай начнем.
Беременна или нет?
You, I'm not fat.
Now, in all fairness, Julia looks like, you know, she did gain some weight. I don't think it's bad weight. It's like, I call it pillow weight, you know, cushion for baby making. So Brandon, I totally understand.
Just trying to make a party between you and I happen.
Personally, I've never been a big fan of skeleton dancing.
Well, fuck the supermodel when it sounds like skeletons dancing.
Gotta have a little, you know, something. Now, Julia wasn't the only person that caught shade from Natalie. Like, she started shooting random stray shots at Sophie.
I think Sophie wants to be sexy. If she's sexy, I think you know better.
What? That sounds like a trap.
Is she sexy or no?
It is not for me to discuss.
Now, it's funny he said this, right? Because 2 seconds later, Sophie was like, oh, yeah, you see old boy over there? Yep, old boy sitting with the Ukrainian olive tree.
What do you think a plant is?
Oh, yeah, he's been sliding in my DMs faster than 1-2 buckaroo.
What? Wait. Now I need alcohol. started like sending me emojis to like me, like my body pictures and me in the gym. He'd send like fire emojis and love eyes emojis. And that's when he was like, I'm going to Vegas, you should come with me. Oh my God. Why would he come? Why would he come to Vegas?
Now Rob's over here sitting with tears in his eyes, and he's aware of all of this, right? So he's like, yeah, man, this dude's just a player. Like, you know how these slimy boys get down.
I think Josh is low-key a player who's just playing the field.
Which I found ironic, because I swore I saw him and Josh do some low-budget boy band zesty dancing on the beach not too long ago, actually. But hey, maybe Rob likes to sit in the corner of the bedroom. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Now, aside from that, the only other notable moment was seeing Florian seemingly caring for Ari in her disaster of a situation more than his wife, who's on standby seeking the exact type of attention and affection, just getting brushed off like a Bob Ross paintbrush.
Let me get close to you so I don't can listen to these people too loud. Well, what happened is really, for me, like, it's hard to open like to stranger people, like, you know, the first time you meet in life, you know.
What?
And then he makes me look crazy.
No, you look crazy. Trust me, you look very, like,
I made the wrong decision. I made the wrong decision when I made the wrong decision.
First of all, you need to be strong for your son, you know?
Which is crazy, and Stacy's just standing here watching him like Rob sitting in the corner of the bedroom. Doesn't even call him out, which is crazier.
It's no time for crying, it's time for drinking.
But now that the tears are flowing, it's pretty much therapy time, so the group gathers up and they go off for their first therapy session. And we're getting introduced to all the therapists, like this dude right here, Mr. James Keller, who's a psychotherapist, which, if somebody mispronounced this word right here, broke it up in 3 parts, yeah, totally different meaning. Almost like a bad WWE wrestling name. Please welcome to the ring, Mr. James Keller, Psycho the... But no, so he's a psychotherapist, which is great, because, you know, there's a lot of psychos in the group right now, most notably, Natalie. And you can just tell this dude's into it, like balls deep into it.
Welcome, everyone. I'm happy everyone is here. My name is James Kelleher. The goal of this first group session is diagnosing what's happening. So to be able to take them out of that home environment and bring them here, reconditioning their brain to help them reconnect.
It's all about diagnosing, extracting the trauma, breaking the bonds and your bones and limbs, and then putting it back together so I can rebuild you again. Make sense? All right, great. Who's up first? Gino, let's give it up.
Seems like our relationship has been rapidly declining.
We're not on the same page of having kids.
I think to myself, like, how we went down the drain.
It's actually hard for me because my parents not here.
You know, we've been dealing with a lot of issues.
I made some mistakes, and I feel like I've spent this time since trying to make it up to her.
I gave 3 years, 3 long years of my life.
Otherwise, I feel like control, and then I feel like she's blackmailing me.
We love each other, but our communication is so bad.
Because of the chronic and constant lies.
So basically, they're going through all the couples one by one, hearing out all the main issues and concerns. And for the most part, we already know all this BS from the intro.
Like I said, I already knew it, okay?
And bet money, they're gonna have the same type of BS when it's all said and done. Nevertheless, we get to Stacy and Florian right, and you can see the immediate attitude shift with Florian when it comes to his wife. And she reveals that while she was out with her kidney issues, he was out clubbing, popping bottles with models, coming home late and drunk with makeup on his shirt and makeup on his mind. What kind of